Hey guys, what's up? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I have a discontinued fragrance for you today, and this is from House of Dior. As you can see from the title, it's Dior Fahrenheit Flanker. This is one of the discontinued ones. I think it was released in 2015. It was a limited time release, and if you do not know by now, Dior Fahrenheit is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I always make this in my top 10 list, like top 10 designer fragrance of all time. This is always featured there because this fragrance came out in a time where everybody was doing freshies, Aqua di Gio, Cool Waters, CK1. They, Dior actually took it to the next level and they made something really gutsy, petroleum, leather, vetiver. They have tons of notes in this. Basically, this fragrance smells like leather jacket and then petroleum vibe. There's florals, there is a, what's that note I'm looking for? I think, wait, this note I always forget. The note is called violet. Okay, a lot of violet leaves. So basically this has a lot of dimension in this fragrance, and it has been reformulated like a lot of time. I have a 2015 version. I had two bottles. One is finished. This is my second bottle. So the fragrance I'm going to be showing you today is the flanker of that, and this is not my bottle, thanks to my brother for lending me this one. He found it somehow, I don't know how, and he always finds exotic fragrances and very uncommon fragrances. So this is gonna be Fahrenheit Cologne. This is the bottle. I'll let you know. This is a tester, by the way. Thank you, brother, so much for this awesome fragrance. I have it on my hand as a dry down for 1 hour or so. So I'll let you know everything you need to know about this fragrance. Should you be hunting it down, how much it should be going for, stuff like that. I will show you my rest of the Fahrenheit collection, and I will tell you they have 10 in total, as far as I know, Fahrenheit fragrances, like with flankers in the original. In total, they have 10. So it means like they have released from time to time every year. Fahrenheit summer, those are some of the releases. They have Fahrenheit 0 degrees, and they have Fahrenheit like some of the other ones are my favorite ones. I actually have them all. I just need one more. That is Aqua Fahrenheit. I do not own that, but I'm looking for it. That is also discontinued. I have Fahrenheit Absolute, and this is a finding from one of my brothers. I also have a tester of this. I reviewed this all. You can check it out. This is like a discovery of Parvez Bhai. Thanks to Parvez Bhai, I absolutely love Fahrenheit Absolute. This is a dark oud version, and darker version of Fahrenheit. It's very, very dark. And then I have one of my favorites, thanks to another brother, I think Iman Bhai. He sold me this one, Fahrenheit 32. This is a vanilla take on Fahrenheit, totally different scent. And I love this fragrance a lot. I'm showing you all this because just to give you some idea how Fahrenheit is important in my life. And last but not least, I also had used Fahrenheit Le Parfum, the Buddha bottle, the fat bottle. And this is different than the rest of the Fahrenheit if I put them next to each other. Color combination is still same, but they're cap. On this one, the little one, they are half. Whereas the Fahrenheit, they have interesting cap, also has CD. The whole thing comes off, right? So back in the time, Fahrenheit, the bottle is a little thinner. The vintage bottles, they look different. They have a lot of batches, but Fahrenheit still in this formulation still has its glory as great performance. Okay, one of the best performers for all year round. So this is one really versatile fragrance. So let's look at Fahrenheit Cologne, what they're trying to do with the cologne. So 2015 they released it, and I think when I was in Kuala Lumpur, I saw this bottle, but many shops, I saw it in a fake shop as well. This fragrance is fake to death. Fahrenheit Dior fragrances, they are fake to death. And I saw it, they were selling for 20 ringgit. And I was like, okay, even the cap was like not properly set up, so I knew it was a fake. But I was never really interested in this one until recently, because I know the value of this and I saw Mark reviewing it. So let's look at the box. Nothing much to the box because it's tester box. It's all white. Nothing much. You're just gonna find a sticker and batch code under here on the box. So nothing much to the box, but you can Google and see. So this comes in 125 ml, just like Aqua Fahrenheit, and they give a little bit more juice because you need to spray a little bit more on this freshies and lighter take on original Fahrenheit. Original Fahrenheit, you just need 2 to 3 sprays to make it last whole day. This bottle looks a little bit different compared to original Fahrenheit. As you can see side by side, original Fahrenheit has a little bit darker here. This is red. It looks like almost like police sort of siren, and their police lights, they have on the top that moves around, red. And at the center, it's kind of watered down. It's like transparent. At the bottom again, some red. Okay, and compared to that, this whole bottle is red, except they've got dark up top, a little bit different. And this, as you can see, 100 versus 125 ml. Okay, right. So there you go, basic differences. But here's the difference on this one. This is created by Francois Dimashi, same perfumer for most of the Dior's, other Dior's. And the fragrance is intended for summer and spring, okay? Fahrenheit Cologne, as you can see, is watered down version. Cologne always supposed to be less concentrated than EDT, EDP, or pure Parfum, okay? So this fragrance, I tested it for some time. I did not want to waste so much juice because this is now discontinued and I want him to enjoy it the most. I tried it 3 days, 3 different times. And first of all, let me talk about the performance on this. On Fragrantica, people wrote they get 8 hours. Which country these guys are from? I really want to be there, trust me, because I would love that performance on me. And I'm not saying they're bluffing. Of course, they're telling the truth, but they are probably from very nice weather conditions. Our weather conditions, I got 1 hour. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying to you. And this is not like a weak perfume or anything, but doesn't just project all that well. Because this has opening of a lot of citrus, it's full of citrus. I do not find any violet leaves, nothing petroleum, nothing. When I sprayed for the first time, I got CD up top, sorry. And for the first time when I spray this, I get like citrus opening, all citrus. It's like watery citrus. It's orange, lemon, bergamot, lime, those citruses you can think of. Let's spray this once again on my shirt and let's talk about it. So this has fantastic sprayer. You can do a little bit, you can do a lot. So yeah, I told you I'm not wasting the juice, but yeah, for the review sake I am. And it clicks onto place. Okay, you can pick it up, no problem. And the batch code, let me read it to you. It's 8A01 and it says tester, not for sale at the bottom. So this is not fake because I know from the smell, I tested it before. So yeah, in the opening you get like mild, sort of like a far away, you know, you can hear like Fahrenheit in a distant place. You do not get that aggressive petroleum oil, like, you know, vibe, okay? Like you're in petrol station, you're smelling the gas, gasoline or leather, you're getting like those dark notes. This is not dark. This is very watery, citrusy. It kind of reminds me of one fragrance though, you know, it's very close to Ferrari's Uomo. You know, I used to have that. That and this one, very identical. And Ferrari's Uomo also has kind of like similar opening, but that one is even weaker than this. So when I say 1 hour, I don't really mean 1 hour. It goes for 2 hours to 3 hours. Sorry about that. 2 to 3 hours of push longevity in Bangladesh condition, but projection is very, very low. So I think you really have to use that 25 ml extra, means you have to go 6 sprays to 8 to make scent of the day with this fragrance, okay? I would shoot 2 sides of my neck, here, here, one maybe just under here, so 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then maybe 2 on my each side of arm. I won't put it here because when I wash my hand it is gonna go away. So I'm gonna use some here, and maybe one of the extra at the back of my neck. So altogether 8 sprays. That will last you probably half the day's work. If you have good skin, if you have good air conditioning going on, and it's clean environment, and it's not so noisy, it actually will be very relaxing. It has that Fahrenheit. You can tell it's a Fahrenheit, like baby or let's say new generation of Fahrenheit with much more watery aspects to it. It's like they took some water, some citrus, and mixed it with the original Fahrenheit 50%, and then 50% is that added lemon water. Afterwards, you get like notes of patchouli, violet leaves, cedar, I think nutmeg, vetiver, and then one of the caraway or something like that. Yeah. So I do not get all of that, but perhaps I get the violet leaves because this is prominent in original Fahrenheit. But you see on the skin, it's very sweeter. You know, it's much sweeter. It's much more fruitier version of Fahrenheit. I do not get the leather from this because there's no leather in this. So even if you hate the original Fahrenheit or its very contrasting sort of Absolute, 32, Le Parfum, they're very beast mode fragrances. You know, not everybody can pull them off. This is a much better bet. I do not know about the summer flankers or 36 degrees. I do not know. But I can tell you one thing, Fahrenheit, Aqua Fahrenheit and this one, I tried them both and these are good for summer. I think Aqua Fahrenheit is a little bit better than this, okay? That one has really uplifting grapefruit up there. It's grapefruit or something, I just do not remember, it's pure citrus. And the opening is entirely different than Fahrenheit. But Aqua Fahrenheit, if I find, I'll review for you guys, okay? I'll buy it myself for like 1 bottle for myself. So that fragrance is going to be like super expensive. Now the prices on these are going to be like $100 easily plus. Okay, if you want to buy these, it's not going to be $50. Dior's are never 50, they're around 85 to 100. This is going to cost you probably 125, around $130 if you find a bottle. I think he bought it for really great pricing. I'm not going to reveal that, but these are expensive for 125 mil. Who's going to like it? I think any age, anybody who likes fragrance into the game. And if you're looking for like a safe sort of like but unique at the same time, masculine, it tends to more masculine than feminine, by the way. And for summer and spring days, you're looking for a good office scent, you know, like handsome, you just have formal shirts and you just like tuck in and you're like a gentleman, you speak properly. This is a fragrance. Okay, this is not funny, it's kind of serious, but it's not as dark as Fahrenheit or its elder darker brothers. So this one, performance is the one weakness I can see, but the smell is great. The citrus is up top and the violet and then patchouli that's gonna mix. It's not as dark, it always stays watery, transparent, citrusy, and it does hold cousin sort of a feel of original Fahrenheit. It will remind you of like a echo of the, let's say you just made a sound like oh, in a valley or something, and whatever the sound that comes back to you, this is like it goes as Fahrenheit, it comes back as Fahrenheit Cologne. That's how the best way I can tell you. You can wear this casually every day out, going for the morning walk or taking the dog out for a walk, or spending some quality time with your family in park. Springtime would be really lovely because of the citrus, and then the whatever is in this, it works perfectly for let's say September, October, November, until December. After December it's getting really cold. Perhaps you put it back and use original Fahrenheit or the Absolute or 32 or Le Parfum. So performance wise on me, I'm pretty sure I do not have fake of this fragrance. Okay, many people would say like maybe you have a fake, it doesn't last. No, our weather conditions, these are very extreme. Perhaps in a different country it will last like those 7-8 hours. I don't know, so I cannot comment, but I'm just sharing you my story. So performance on these, I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. Once again, very poor performer for a Fahrenheit or a Dior fragrance, but there are also Dior Homme Cologne, Dior Homme Sport, they have Dior Homme. Those fragrances also do not last that much. So it's understood. So if you can look past it and you're getting 125 mil, so you can actually do those extra sprays, maybe carry an atomizer, you can make it last the whole day, no problem. Versatility, good, 7 out of 10. Smell, how much I like this, I think this is perhaps my least favorite in my whole lineup that I have. This is not mine, but I even prefer Aqua Fahrenheit over this. So I'm just let you know my honest take. So even though it's an limited time release, hard to find, it's not a must buy. Better go out there and buy a 200 ml of Dior Fahrenheit for the price of 125 of Fahrenheit Cologne. You can wear this one Fahrenheit because this one has florals, beautiful florals on a dry down. It's just gorgeous. The development and then the sillage, the projection, everything is better than this fragrance, and it can be worn all year round. Even though there is petroleum, leather, everything, this remains as my number one Fahrenheit, most favorite. Fahrenheit is the best from this line. It's a classic, nothing could beat it. So yeah, this fragrance overall, for everything it is, I'll give it like a decent 6.5 out of 10. It's a decent release, but it's forgettable. But you can definitely give it a try if you're a collector of Fahrenheit line or Dior fragrances. You can get all of them in your shelf, absolutely, if you can have the cash. You can buy anything and you can just complete your collection. Good fragrance for collectors, and it's good for office. But I would suggest, if you like this one, do not pay $150 something dollars. Just get Ferrari's Uomo. I did a review. I didn't do a review, I'll just leave the name below, you can check it out. So overall, this is a solid decent release, but not a must buy to pass for me, right? So Fahrenheit Cologne by Dior. Take care guys, thanks for watching, and I'm sorry for those who are lover of this fragrance. Do not bash me, you can leave a comment. If you love it, you love it. I do really respect it always, but I'll also tell you honestly what I feel about a fragrance, and it's just my opinion. It's not absolute, it's just an opinion. So take it just like a next one more opinion. That's it. Everybody have a nice day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.